Hey everyone, welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs game. Unfortunately, it's not the playoffs yet. I think Verhaeghe, Barkov, and Reinhardt, I believe, are all playing tonight. Hello, Austin. Coach says all of our guys will be back for the playoffs. Hello, Hot Dog. How you doing? So I believe tonight's game is a national game again. Robert Smith says, "Boo, go Leafs, go." Justin Perez says, "Hey Kyle, glad to be back after a while. School has been getting in the way. It would be the typical Toronto move if they let us win this game. Yeah, let's stay healthy." Hey Dad, I tried pulling up the game on ESPN Plus. It's telling me I need to quote get access. Yeah, it's on regular ESPN.
Right there.
Windy City says, "I am so happy the Blackhawks season ends with 6 p.m. Central Time starts for every game going down the line." Hello, Penty. I'm doing all right. It's on ESPN. It's on normal ESPN.
When you're going to log into one of the other things.
You mean Max or Fubo?
If it's not on ESPN, yeah. If it's not on ESPN Plus, why would it not be on ESPN Plus?
Because it's a national broadcast.
Wait, you logged into it on the TV there?
Yeah,
I didn't even know every time ESPN logs me out.
Well, here it is on Fubo.
Okay, so then I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right. And if we have to use the laptop, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
I'll be in the studio all night. We'll have you on the
Okay, there we go.
And while you're enjoying the Toronto, Florida game, we'll keep you up to date with everything else that's going on around the National Hockey League. That includes the New Jersey Devils. They'll be in action. If they can get a point against the Bruins, which probably will. Yeah. Devils will clinch playoffs. They have a winning record since Jack Hughes went down. It's hard to
So if the Devils get at least a point against the Bruins tonight, they clinch a playoff spot. The Habs signed Demidov today.
The Senators are in prime position tonight as they take the ice. If they can defeat the Blue Jackets in any fashion, or if they get a point against Columbus and different results and Wings and Canadians, you get the idea. Ottawa can clinch. That would be great.
That'd be huge.
And man, there's no way you could imagine Ottawa and Montreal are both getting into the postseason at the start of this regular season. There's Mike Matheson. Montreal's been terrific.
Montreal's been terrific. They've stayed the course. Their young guys are really elevated.
So I believe Montreal has won their last 5 straight, which means this entire what was once a crazy wild card race has become very anticlimactic at the end.
Let's see. We're going to find out how much Florida really wants that third spot in the division.
Hey, listen. There's been some talk.
Kate says, Maurice asked me to fill in for backup goalie and rest, but my 5-hole is Swiss cheese and your puck handling is crap, so you had to refuse.
They've got the horses. The question is, will they gallop down the backstretch in the postseason?
Among the questions.
Yes.
You got a quick word on Matthew Tkachuk. Do we think he's going
I was told he will be ready for game 1 of the playoffs, barring anything unforeseen.
Right.
Any kind of snafus or any setbacks. So
Bennett now
resting.
sounds like he'll be good
Absolutely.
game 1 of the
He should be.
playoffs.
You said Kachuk barring anything? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Kachuk, barring anything, will be good to go for game 1.
Yeah, he missed the first 2 games.
That's what the broadcasters had heard.
Maybe tonight, Brad Marchand gets his first goal as a member of the Florida Panthers. So much intrigue. Leafs and Cats.
It's juicy.
The Bob, AJ, and Leo.
It's a biggie tonight.
All right, Steve, thanks very much. Again, game 1 of our ESPN Hockey Night doubleheader. 4 contenders back-to-back tonight. Avalanche and Golden Knights coming up next. Our starting goaltenders brought to you by American Express.
So we're facing off against Joseph Wall tonight.
Not sure what he was going to do. He said he really likes both of them. He'd like to find a guy and go with probably Stolarz because he went back-to-back. But you know what? They play tomorrow in Tampa, so we've got to get a look at both his goaltenders.
So Joseph Wall starting for the Leafs, and Bob gets the start for the Panthers.
Great numbers, great competitor, and led him all the way last year.
Barkov returns. He will square off with Austin Matthews.
So Barkov squares off with Austin Matthews, and the Panthers win the opening face-off.
Okay.
Reinhardt already forcing Joseph Wall to make a save.
Oh. Okay.
So we're playing against Joseph Wall tonight.
Yeah.
He makes everything look calm the way he plays, but he wins the race and the battle of those with the one-on-one pucks.
We win the face-off. Schmidt passes to Verhaeghe, who sends it through the paint over to Reinhardt. Back to Verhaeghe, and Reinhardt has Barkov in front, but has to send it to Forsling at the blue line. Wall makes a save. Now the Leafs get the clear. Yeah, Bennett is out until the playoffs.
Yeah.
Talk about this in our open and backed up by Kevin Weeks. Great news today if you're a Panthers fan based on what Paul Maurice said. And that is, even without Matthew Tkachuk in the lineup tonight, even without the continued absence of Sam Bennett, he expects the full complement of all of his stars to be ready to go. Playoffs.
And he did say Bennett would be out until the
So-
playoffs started, but he said he'd be ready to go.
JC, the game is on ESPN and it's on Fubo.
He loves their game, and he said even more so than where they were last year this time.
He certainly seems to be more about the process than the results.
Marchand with the puck.
On the back end.
He nearly made the move. Now he passes to Megna at the blue line.
Oh, so they got Samoskevich with Lundell, and
I'm pretty sure that's the
they
middle
just
of a
mixed
line
up lines.
change.
Yeah, just missing. Marchand must have gone off early. Yeah.
Recently arrived Jesse Pugliarvi in on the forecheck. He forced off again.
Leafs ice the puck.
And now we have our first icing call, and there is a man that after
Hello,
27 years
Dana.
finally had an opportunity to hoist the Stanley
Hey,
Cup.
Dana.
It says, normally this would be a game I wanted to go to, but I really don't. I have no interest in this last week of play. I just want the playoffs to start and see what happens.
So became a fan favorite of cat lovers all over North America.
He certainly, as you said, has a confidence in his group. More about how they're playing than the results right now. That would have to be the case. They are 0-4-1 in their last 5. That's right. His body's in front, went off Pugliarvi, carried deep.
Mikkola with the puck.
And Pugliarvi floats one to the half wall.
Pugliarvi over to the half wall. Mikkola couldn't collect that. Now we got the shot off, but I believe it was blocked.
Courtesy of Samoskevich, who dumps it in.
Interesting that they played Wall against us tonight and then Stolarz against Tampa tomorrow.
It's interesting. You can see right off the bat, and we're only 2.5 minutes in. Florida is putting pucks deep. They're trying to get behind the Leaf defenseman and then go after. So far, they've done a good job of winning that race to the puck.
Ekblad, Bennett, Sturm, Kulikov, and Kachuk out. But
Robertson drops.
Maurice expects everyone to be good to go for the playoffs.
Casey sticks to it. That first test of the night. An easy one to pass. Correct the Marcy, the old Panther. Plays one against his old mates down 4.
Greer
Clipped by Robertson.
with his clearing attempt was deflected.
Leaving one. For Holmberg, who banks it up high. And Larson scans. He will shoot one that's deflected.
Puck out of play.
Huh.
Magna and Gadjo.
There you go.
This would be a fun playoff series for it to happen between the Leafs.
Metallic says, Jaws, do you want to win or lose tonight? Plead the fifth.
Look at her, like, you know, no problem. Leah, what'd you see?
Well, I saw what Scott Lawton is here to do, and that's to provide some sandpaper. And as Craig Rudy said to us this morning, he's a versatile player. He can play wing, take faceoffs on the PK. But he said he's a bit of an overthinker. He's trying to please here early into his tenure with Toronto. He said he wants him to loosen up.
All right, Leafs holding the zone. Puck deflected off of Luosterainen.
Blocked by Luosterainen, and that stung Luosterainen from staying out there on the forecheck. But skated up the ice with a bit of a limp.
So yeah, Luosterainen just got hit with the puck.
He's okay. Did I see?
And the Leafs iced the puck again.
The red line was Craig Berube when he took over back in 2019, a St. Louis team that was in dead last, promoted to become the head coach. All he did was take them to their first ever Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and what a tough customer he was as a player, and he took them to the Stanley Cup as an interim head coach. And my apologies to those that listened to the Open, and I had a brain cramp and called him Sheldon Keefe. I'm about a year late, but you know what? We all know who Craig Berube is, and certainly he's made his stamp
All right.
on this team. You can just see some.
So the Maple Leafs would clinch home ice in the first round with a regulation win. Oh boy.
Right. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, because they couldn't finish any lower than second place. Yeah.
Seth Jones shot. Dana says they're already having street parties in Winnipeg. They are pumped. It will suck for them if they get eliminated the first round. I don't think the people will recover.
You can't have street parties during the regular season.
One of the all-time power forwards on this team. He's so young, just in his second season, and here's a look. You can see him wincing as he's coming out. There's the block turning. You can't help but turn, but that's not where your pads are. But you know, you talk about what Berube has done with this team, and you're missing somebody like Jake McCabe. He's one of those
15:53 to go in the first.
System, that grittiness, and he loves the way this sort of remade back end.
Leafs control the puck.
How they have operated with this sort of new style.
Now Forsling gets the puck. Hello, a Mercs fan. Yeah, the Penguins got eliminated like a couple days ago, I think.
Between the legs, he is an unbelievably confident player in only his third season.
All right, so the Leafs get the clear, but Schmidt gets the puck. Schmidt's able to send it into the corner, but there's only Leafs players there.
You forget your own name, but he's got a great team.
14 games ago, returning to this lineup after being out the majority of the season. So that's a depth player that puts back.
Oh, good centering pass. There's nobody there.
Nobody fit. And now the Leafs enter the zone. All right, now it's Greer, and Greer nearly took the puck away from Joseph Woll. Now Gadjo. Greer over to Mikkola. Back to Greer. Greer in the corner. Now it's Gadjo and Nosek.
Gadjo again on the net.
Jones gloves it down. Mikkola. Shot blocked. All right. How you doing?
Okay.
Paul Maurice went out of his way to talk about in Ottawa how great that fourth line played, specifically Johnny Gander. I think he said he was like plus 11 in terms of chances.
Icy says, how are we feeling going into the playoffs?
Well, just hard to get a gauge because, guys haven't been healthy. We haven't been playing well. I just have a feeling that it's going to be a different team come game one.
One up in the air. Kick to the boards by Anton Lundell. Taken away by McMahon. And Carlo, the old Bruin, against Brad Marchand tonight. A couple of old Bruins doing battle tonight. Morgan Riley gets a return. Riley on net. Save the Brodsky.
Bob makes the save. Luosterainen gets the clear.
That allows the Panthers to change. Hammered around by Riley.
See Riley jumping into play there, making a nice play. He's been
So,
down a little bit his numbers this year, but they're hoping
Leafs control the puck 13 minutes to go in the first.
Stay-at-home defenseman, but maybe it will free him up a little bit.
Oh,
Bob makes the save. For Hagee cannot get the clear. Now we do. Stephen Hines says, guess I'll hang out with these bunch of hooligans since I'm once again in the blackout.
oh,
So-
that's a shame.
Have it taken away by Reinhardt. And Reinhardt brings it right back across. He will attack to his right. Barkov to the forehand.
Barkov. Oh,
Oh.
man, what a move, but
What a move.
no one could score there. Magna's shot deflected. Balinskis with Magna. Now Magna in the corner.
Now, watching Magna play,
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did we ever bring up Bornfoot?
Icy says, I tend to agree with you, Jaws. I kind of hope we start on the road in the playoffs. Hopefully it'll light a fire under our asses.
Yeah, I don't. These guys just are not good when they're comfortable. Oh.
Through contact, he was hit by Holmberg, lost control of the puck. And now Tannen circles his own net. Pugliarvi all over him, forces the giveaway. Schmidt to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, puck gloved down. Forsley, shot deflected once again. Schmidt able to help pass the puck along. Pugliarvi could not reach that puck, but now the Leafs will get the clear.
One hands one to the red line. Crook spins it in. And that group wants to get off the ice for Toronto. They need a change after the pressure applied by Florida. Greer across the red line. Off to Nosek.
Okay.
Nosek shot blocked. What a surprise.
Jones again at the right point. A shot knocked down by Gadjevich. Handed off. Greer tees one up. Backs up in the netting. And
Puck out of play.
Yes, that's the first First whistle, isn't it? First commercial, anyway.
First commercial break, yeah. And we're almost halfway through the period already. All right. Metallic says if we win this game, we have to either commit to second place or hope Tampa wins the division.
Right.
Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need. The unlimited streaming.
Exactly.
And with Straight Talk, spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G.
Anytime now we could
He
do something. I don't know, score, take a lead.
We got to get pancakes. Remind me tomorrow to get the pan and the pancake mix to get it all delivered in.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And then you figure you'll make enough for what? We'll have to see what the schedule is going to be. But you figure immediately we're going to have at least 4 nights in a row. Well, last year we started off with 17 straight nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's still looking for his first goal since being traded to the Panthers from Boston. And this morning I had a chance to catch up with him and asked, has it been a difficult transition? He said a little bit at the first. The big reason why, he was injured. He said when you're an injured player, you're not with the team at all. You're on a different schedule. You're rehabbing while they're skating and vice versa. And he said, so when you're with a new team, you feel...
We win the face-off. Forsling.
Hey! Forsling.
Forsling.
What a shot. Man.
What a shot.
I wish you would shoot more. Not even 6 million. Not even 6 million. What a shot, man. Just
what a shot by Forsling. It's beautiful. He needs to do that more often. Yes, we scored first. Icy says, what is this, a lead?
don't tell them. Just don't tell them. If they hear the word lead, they'll immediately...
It's his 11th goal this season, but his second in the last 3 games. Columbus also scores, Ottawa losing. Oh, so now Columbus is going to decide to win. I was pulling for you guys so hard.
No, they're toast. Man.
Yeah, they're like at the bottom of the still alive pack.
Montreal's going to get that spot.
Yeah, they're 6 points ahead of the Red Wings.
They tried to hold on, but they just couldn't do it.
Barkov with the puck. Now over. I think that was Seth Jones getting his shot denied by Joseph Woll. For Hagee, tries to send it to Barkov. Ottawa, I believe, needs basically a win in any fashion, or there are certain scenarios where if they get a point and other teams lose,
Ottawa may prefer Toronto. You know what I mean? They might not be falling into the trap that we set them to play the Lightning.
Well, I'm pretty sure all the casual NHL fans are rooting for Battle of Florida and Battle of Ontario.
Yep.
Forsling now to Pugliarvi, who goes down. Samaskevich with the
Hello.
puck, who gets it knocked away and just sends it around. It's an elimination game for the Wings. How's that
We're
possible?
running out of games.
Forsling's shot is blocked.
Held
Now
in.
Schmitz held that in.
They're going to go off on a change. Oh, Marchand almost got it.
So now it's the Lundell, Luosterainen, Marchand line. Oh, tapped out, and
almost.
Wall has to scramble to cover that puck before Marchand reaches.
It'd be nice to see Luosterainen get a goal.
Detroit 1, Montreal nothing. We actually have a lead in a hockey game. What sorcery is this?
Like you said, if we win tonight, then we better commit to winning home ice at least.
That's probably what the Panthers would want to do, because the difference between traveling to Tampa in the first round versus traveling to Ottawa in the
I mean, the travel does, yes.
or Toronto.
Yes, that part is true.
eBay. Things people love. Boom, baby.
Get it. There it is.
All the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America.
Hey, Cade, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, Kate. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated, bud.
And Dana, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you.
Cade says, pancakes thanks to Gus Bus.
Yeah, that's what we'll do this year. I need the pancakes. I can't keep any weight on right now. I started losing weight when I was sick. It was a couple weeks ago, and I keep losing weight.
Okay, we'll switch. You can take on my extra weights.
Since the conference finals and the Stanley Cup finals haven't been played at least in part in this state.
It's pretty amazing when you think about the growth of this game, how this used to be considered a
Beyond the Barricade says, as a Bolts fan, I'm just curious. Would you want to face the Leafs like Bizanet says on TNT or the Lightning?
Far and away would rather play Toronto simply because of the goaltending. And let's be honest, I mean, if you're talking about who do you trust more to win a series, Tampa or Toronto, I know Toronto's won more in the last 2 years than Tampa did, but I don't know, Tampa looks pretty. You look at the goal differential in the 3 teams, that'll tell you all you need to know. But I would have rather played. I didn't want Tampa.
Oh, Barkov
Oh,
with grade A chances. Go ahead.
I didn't want Tampa in the first round last year. So I have PTSD from the President's Trophy season of Vasilevsky.
All the way around for Knives. Knives cycles. Jones steps in front. Verhaeghe trying to work on Carlo. I couldn't spring free. And Larson takes over. Both teams in the midst of the change. Carlo into the red line. Bobrovsky stops it behind.
All right. Bob passes the puck.
Off the goal of Samuel Skip.
Oh, that puck cut Balinskis up high.
Yeah.
He seems to be okay. Jameson says, "Oh shoot! I thought this was a 4:30 start. I just tuned in." Who scored?
Forsling.
Forsling, yes. Excuse me. Green was right there.
Only one goal so far, but there are chances at both ends. The best chance for Toronto came from Riley. Watch backdoor right in the left side there.
That was way too close.
Yeah.
Lundell there for a chance, and then Barkov using his skate to try to get it up to his stick. He whips on it a little bit, but
almost.
following his shot, trying to elevate up and over the shoulder.
Good as that chance for McMahon was, not officially a shot on net because it's 8 minutes. Since the last shot on goal.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't really end up making that video. Oh no, Sig! I thought he put it in. How did that not go in? On the rebound. The wild card race just ended in a total clunker.
A little bit.
I mean, you're telling me that the Red Wings might get eliminated tonight, and they were the team the closest.
Yeah, but Montreal won those games in a row.
Well, if the Red Wings get eliminated, that would mean that all the other teams get eliminated, basically, because they're all behind Detroit.
There's only so many games left. I think that's the thing here.
Lundell stopped by Wall.
Uh-oh.
Joe Kerr says, yesterday our radio host was doing trivia and pronounced Ovechkin as Ovechkin.
Yeah, I've called him oven chicken every once in a while for a few years. Oven chicken.
Nylander circles the net. 44 goals on the season. Lost that pass though.
Ovi scored on 3 goalies who started their NHL careers in the 80s.
He singled out Nico Mikko, saying he is just with his reach everywhere, it seems, when he's out.
And you got somebody like Marchand who's smaller.
This is Bailey says, why do Leafs look scared of Florida? Because Florida isn't fielding an AHL team tonight.
That's one thing. I think Toronto's pretty much got the division in pretty good hands. Oh,
Reinhardt, of course, for the feet of Verhaeghe does not work.
And also, if you're Toronto, who do you want, Tampa or Florida in the first round? Because if you beat Florida tonight, that increases your chances of meeting Florida in the first round. So how bad does who does Toronto want to play?
Touched with a high stick. 2:28 to go.
So you're talking about the standings. Yeah, I mean the Wings are 6 points out of Canadians with a game in hand. The only other team within range is the Rangers.
No, Rangers.
Canadians have 85 points. So if the Wings lost tonight, they'd be. If the Wings lost and maybe Canadians won, then yeah, I think that's how it could be. But I think that if Montreal loses and the Red Wings lose, they'd still be in the race because that would still have Canadians at 85 points, and the Wings would have 5 more games to play at 79 points.
We'll have to make our brackets soon once the playoff picture is finally set.
Yeah. The Sabres are not eliminated, are they? Or they are?
No, they are not.
No, they are not. The Sabres are not eliminated yet.
Somehow the Bruins, the Penguins, and the Flyers all got eliminated before the Sabres.
Well, they've been playing better.
Well, we're letting them come at us too much. We're not getting enough stops in the neutral zone. They're dumping it in. They're on the forward check. They're quicker than us right now. We got to get quicker. We got to kill more plays in the neutral zone and then transition.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Cade says someone on the Dangle channel actually gave me heck for not reaming into the Leafs while leaving a comment the last game. Columbus 2, Ottawa 0.
Uh-huh. Doesn't look like Ottawa's falling for our trick.
The Maple Leafs have had no shots on goal since the 12:55 mark in this period. That was 10 minutes ago.
Wait, whoa.
Momo says Leafs need to lose this game.
Nope.
Wall makes the save.
What?
The commercial where the kid goes berserk with the pinata fans.
And the cake.
Oh. Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and Tavares. That's the core four, right? No shot attempts for the Leafs in that first so far.
Jeez.
Kansas City Chiefs fan from Launceston, Australia says, "Go Boston Celtics." Although I swear, if the NBA Finals is Celtics Lakers, Beyond the Barricade says tonight's game and tomorrow's Bolts and Leafs games are 4-point games.
Pretty much. Marshan?
It's all right, Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Miami Heat fan, so. A 3-on-1.
I see the Wings are playing Montreal. Okay.
Yes, that.
Right. Okay, I get it now. So yeah, if they lose, then yeah.
Oh, Mikkola hit the post. Are you kidding me? Hey, thank you for the $2 Australian, Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
KC.
Says I'm Florida Panthers and Colorado Avalanche fan.
Much appreciated, bud.
Go back to 1996 and cause total chaos by uttering those words. Henderson says, I sort of missed like 2 months ago when people still looked past us. Oh, well, go Bolts.
Okay.
Congratulations, Leafs. You finally got another shot on goal. It only took like 12 minutes.
Okay. No goals.
So that's the end of the first. We are 24-4-0 this season when leading after the first. So first intermission, we don't have to drink. Yay! It's actually a fun game. And the Panthers are winning.
They're lucky it's only one. The deficit, it's at one right now. They've got to dial in, lock it in. That was a poor first period. And exactly what the Florida Panthers.
So the Bruins are beating the Devils 2-0. Again, the Devils need at least 8 points in order to finally clinch the playoff spot. The Blue Jackets are beating the Sens 2-0, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead over the Canadiens. Wow. Winnipeg Jets prospect Chaz Lucius, 21-year-old center, a former first-round pick for the Jets. He announced his retirement today due to a hereditary tissue disorder. He was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which affects the connective tissue that stabilizes and supports the joints and organs of the body. Oof. Damn. Dude is cooked and he's 5 years younger than me. Imagine being Winnipeg Jets prospect Chaz Lucius, former first-round pick. He retired today.
Well, does he have some kind of health issue?
He's 21. Yeah, he was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Oh.
Which affects the connective tissue that stabilizes and supports the joints and organs in the body.
Yep.
He had struggled with joint injuries over the last several years, both in sustaining and recovering from them.
Yeah, you can't recover when you've got that disease.
And he said, quote, "I thought I was just unlucky. With this diagnosis, I now realized that my body could not handle the physical nature of playing hockey."
No.
Damn. Columbus has 1:09 left on the power play when the second period starts. Winterfell says, "My BF has Ehlers. It's terrible." Yeah, it sounds like it really, really sucks. Yes, Trevor, you are not hallucinating, and this is not a technical issue. We actually have a lead in a game. Yes, a good first period. I'm not sure if this says more about the Panthers playing well or the Leafs being absolutely atrocious in that first, and honestly lucky to be just down by 1. They went over 13, about 12 to 13 minutes with no shots on goal. Winterfell says with that disease, it takes years to heal from something that would take a week for most. Damn. Spaceman, you were at the Heat game last night. Yes, it could have been 2-0. Yeah, the Gators did to Houston what Houston did to Duke. A massive comeback victory. Yeah, the Heat are locked into a play-in spot, so exactly where they've been the past couple of seasons. And they probably will, they might make it to the first round and probably get eliminated by, let's just say, the Celtics or the Guardians. No, excuse me, the Cavs. Confused baseball with basketball teams for a second. Oh yeah, the Marlins are playing tonight. How are they doing? They lost 10-5 to the Mets. Ugh.
Yes, this is the driver. Gustav Forsling gets it. Ram. You hear him tickle the xylophone? Yes, I did, because I can hear it from here. Hear it again? Quick shot, simple but effective, as he beats Wall. That's a stoppable one, not to malign Wall. Overall, it was good in that period. But the Florida Panthers in a game like this, hey, they're defending Stanley Cup champs leads. They get on the board early and serve notice to the Leafs of who they are.
I think Anton Lundell won that faceoff. That was a clean faceoff lead. He'll get the primary assist. Forsling has 49 goals since joining the Panthers in 2021.
What a value.
That is the most among Florida defensemen during that span. Got him on waivers, right?
So
Right.
apparently, former Major League Baseball players Octavio Dotel and Tony Blanco were among more than 60 people who died after the roof of an iconic nightclub collapsed in the Dominican Republic early on Tuesday. Among the 66 people who passed away were also Nelsie Cruz, the governor of the northwestern province of Monte Cristi and sister of seven-time MLB All-Star Nelson Cruz. Damn.
It's a mindset that they preach every day, and they execute it very well. So it's when we play that way, when we play that standard.
Bolvar says, thought I'd drop by before my therapy session starts. Enjoy the game, guys. Hello, Bolvar.
So what is your role and responsibility like now here on this squad?
Yeah, it was
Yankees lost 3 in a row. Cage, you're hoping the Grizzlies stay in a postseason spot. Only problem, they'll be facing the Thunder.
Kind of felt it out for the first few games, and I don't play my best when I'm being quiet. And I think I'm probably talking too much and probably bugging some guys, but I think it just speaks to the comfort level I have here now and how great the guys are to kind of bring me in. So it's been nice.
Pittsburgh, in an utterly meaningless game, has a 1-0 lead over Chicago.
Now I just kind of skate around and play with the puck. It almost feel a lot longer now, but I'm getting used to it. I don't mind it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
He's just gearing up for the postseason.
Oh, he's dialed. He's folding at the mouth. Easy. What a competitor.
When we come back, perhaps you heard, Alexander Ovechkin is the all-time leading scorer.
Red Wings have 24 shots in the first period and probably 20 shots that missed the net. Yep, that sounds about right with how desperate the Red Wings are playing the team right in front of them in the standings. Red Wings needs to win in order to stay alive. Joe Kerr says, Bruins up 2-0 on the Devils. Devils are going to get slaughtered in the first round. Yeah, had Pittsburgh beat Chicago 2 years ago, Panthers would have missed playoffs. Better now than then. Yeah. Funny how time goes by. Let's see. So,
Ready for whatever lies ahead, with confidence to navigate all conditions.
So, rest in peace to the Marlins having a 500 or better records. It lasted for all of 10 games.
I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese.
The Rockies are 2-7. The White Sox are 2-8. But the real shocker, the Atlanta Braves are 1-8. And their only win came against the Marlins. the Braves are actually the worst team in baseball by records right now. It's crazy.
Spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans.
And of course, the Mets win over the Marlins was their 6th straight win, so their Lowell Mets has not reared its ugly head yet. You said someone said San Fran a shocker too.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about. She gained hundreds by bundling her home and auto insurance.
The Giants.
Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Yeah, the San Francisco Giants. The San Francisco Giants are 8-2. They actually have a better winning percentage than the Dodgers and are only behind the Padres in the NL West.
What? I sell insurance. What? I'm kidding. I'll tell you all about it.
So, the AL East is hilarious. There are 3 different teams right now tied at 6-5. The Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox.
History doesn't stand still. New generations craft their own legacy, and every record is made to be broken. Even 894 goals. 6 great players held the record before me. And just as I was inspired by Gordie Howe, players who followed me would always have 894 in their sights. Alex Ovechkin started fast. The rookie season with 50 goals. And he's never slowed down. 20 seasons played, 20 goals in every one. The consistency has been amazing, and so have the numbers. Ovi's story isn't just records, though. It's also about the way he plays, bringing everything he has to the ice, every game for 2 decades. Now it's my honor to congratulate him and watch to see what he does next. Congratulations.
David Smith says way early though, barring catastrophic injuries, Dodgers should win the West. Yeah, well, San Diego is intriguing because, you know, their owner passing away was a huge loss for them.
For sure, the kid of today's the adult of tomorrow, and some of these things can be unpredictable. You don't know. Is it Ryan Leonard or not?
Henderson says, like the stream, you bunch of savages. Thank you, Henderson. Duckling says, I just hope the cheater Houston Astros dynasty finally ends. Well, hey, as far as we know, they won that championship a couple years ago legitimately. So as far as I'm concerned, the Astros are no longer the super annoying team that nobody likes. Take your pick whether you find the Yankees or Dodgers more insufferable. I go with Yankees just because of Jeter officially torching whatever sanity Marlins fans had left. All in a petty revenge for what the Marlins did in 2003. Yeah, only 2017 was the cheat year. And what's hilarious is the Astros were not the only team that cheated that year. The Yankees actually were caught doing it as well. But it was the Astros, of course, that won the championship, so they got all the punishment. Yeah, the Dodgers are basically an all-star team, and they also have the power of of all of East Asia funneled directly into them.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Kenneth says fourth inning, and Woods already has 5 runs batted in versus the Dodgers.
You get access to over 1,400 lounges worldwide, including the Centurion Lounge.
Let me see. Who are the Dodgers playing? They are playing the Nationals, a team that's also still very young. The Nationals are beating the Dodgers 8-0, and it's only the top of the 5th. Good Lord.
With low prices store-wide, need but for less at Whole Foods Market. I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and
Woods 2 for 2, 2 home runs and a bases loaded walk. The Marlins lost 10-5 to the Mets today. Rest in peace, Marlins, having a 500 or better record.
I think that was pretty much to be expected, though, right?
Yeah, the fact that the Marlins have actually won 5 of their first 11 games when playing teams like the Mets and Braves. I'm just using the rest.
Okay.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Mind control.
Were you recently electrocuted? A better way to watch whatever you want to watch. Well, I, for one, am intrigued. I'll show you the ropes. Show you the ropes. Boom, baby. I'll show you
all the tires you need for prices you love.
All right. Hey, so for everybody that doesn't know, if you check the community post on the channel, me and Paul from the locker room started a new channel where we've got a podcast called Puck Blockers. So the first episode was out today. Make sure you jump over there and hit the subscribe button. I've left a link on the community post, and then the links will be in the videos, and the recaps and everything like that. Just something we're doing on the side for fun, a couple times a week. We were going to do it last year this time, but then between Fluffy passing and his mom passing, it took us a while to be able to have the energy and the time to get back to the idea.
What a shocker. The Marlins went 3-1 against the Pirates and 2-5 against actual teams.
Yeah.
Mr. Vid says, we actually have a lead. Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody.
Colby says, so sorry I didn't get to you in time, Eric. Would noon tomorrow work for you?
Colby, I'll email you, bud. Or text me, Colby.
Duckling says, I found your channel reacting to Marlins games.
Huh. Must have been that one time that...
Yeah, the one time we actually bothered to watch.
Yeah, the one time we did.
That probably was when they were playing the Orioles or Nationals, because on DirecTV we got those games. It's a 3-on-2, and the puck bounced off of Reinhardt's skates. Seth Jones passes the puck ahead, but the Leafs end up with the puck again. That was Forsling's. Wow! The Leafs hit the post. Colby says the Cord is playing like it's the playoffs. If he was on an actual contending team, that would be batshit insane.
Not Tavares! Son of a bitch! Why won't that old man go away?
You want to play this team in the first round? Of course it's Tavares. That was just for you, Dad.
Okay.
Nate Schmidt is always out of position. Because he's slow.
Yeah. Oh, let me text my dad. Man, it was just going to be a nice, relaxing game.
Hey, Cade, thank you for the 2. Joke's on you, I was just about to take off my hat.
Thank you, Cade.
You saved me having to take off my hat. Thank you, Cade. For the 2 says -5 stars.
Oh, did Schmidt tip it?
Schmidt.
Oh, boy.
John Tavares had 19 goals in the COVID-shortened season. That's the only season in his career where he hasn't hit 20 goals. Talk about consistency, right?
All right, so Rodriguez. Oh, man, I think that was Pugliarvi right in front who just couldn't get the shot off.
Whose idea was this anyway?
I'm pretty sure it was yours. Jackson says time to get goalie for the rest of the game.
Well, I mean, you didn't expect us to keep a lead now. Come on now, people. When was the last time we kept the lead that we had in the first period?
Jamison says the John Tavares goal rode off of Schmidt's stick a little bit, threw off Bob.
Oh, good. We're going on a power play.
Okay. Yay, power play time.
It looks like the call on Oliver Ekman-Larsson, so that will give Florida the first power play of the game.
Here's a look at how this happened. Ekman-Larsson battling in the corner. Stick comes up.
High stick.
Always have to be in control of that stick. And you mentioned it, Florida. They've been without. You don't have Tkachuk.
Yeah, Tkachuk is slated to be available for Game 1 of the playoffs unless something were to happen.
I mean, he's not even seriously practicing yet. Was he even ever really hurt? I don't know. I call bullshit. There's no way he's coming back from a serious groin injury, not practicing yet, and it's just going to be out there on the ice Game 1 in the playoffs. Although we did suit him up with a broken sternum before, so what do I know? Sounds fishy to me, though.
Reinhardt over to Jones, over to Barkov. Barkov, I thought, had a shot.
Sounds like they knew Ekblad was going to get suspended.
Samoskevich in front, and Marchand gets tied up, allowing Wall to glove the puck.
All right.
Panthers fans are used to seeing Matthew Tkachuk down there battling in front. He's one of the best in the game right outside that crease, but Marchand's right up there too. And the way that he plays, the grittiness, he's willing to take all the hits.
Come on,
And
phone.
he's looking for his first goal in a Panthers uniform. He's hoping to get it tonight.
All right, Leafs get the clear. Probably will end up putting our second power play unit out there.
One of the first big names that moved around as the trade deadline approached
Okay.
to join the Panthers.
Marchand with the puck, passing over to Seth Jones, over to Marchand. Seth Jones, over to Barkov.
Shoot. Oh,
Blocked.
boy. And it's out.
Jones over to Reinhardt and Marchand.
There was a miscommunication there.
But Barkov holds the puck in. Reinhardt, can he keep it going? No. Cody Bedford says Marchand's the Leaf killer, getting the game winner tonight. Calling it.
Obviously, you want to score, especially as you get closer and closer to the playoffs. Special teams become important, but
Forsling again with that shot, but no goal this time. Force. What is our game plan? Just have Forsling.
Yeah.
Forsling shoots so many high-speed pucks that it obliterates wall.
Yeah.
blocked a bunch of shots in the first period, and they were called to action here on this kill as well. And here's a look at Benoit. Blocks this one. You mentioned it up on his arm, and he ends up staying out there because he has to. He's the left point. It's really hard to get off the inside of that left arm. There is no padding there. Luckily, looked like the puck was flat. But this is what I'm talking about. I think that Maurice is going to like the look of this. He's going to like the look Lundell going to the front of the net. He'd like the look of them going low to high, generating those off that.
All right.
Offense, especially when they start to get some of their important power play personnel back in the lineup.
Marchand floats that puck over the top of the net.
It'd be nice if Marchand could ever score a goal, though.
Bruins now beating the Devils 3-0. A reminder that the Devils needed a point in order to clinch the playoff spot tonight.
Forsling goes all over the place tonight.
Hmm.
14:42 to go in the second. Buffalo 1, Carolina 0. Another shot, that one was by Balinskis. Buffalo getting hot once it's all over for them as usual.
Yep. Yeah, every year they do the same thing. Oh.
There's one shot by Robertson behind the net, moved by Megna. Arlo activates, gloved down by Megna, and now Greer.
Now Greer passes up ahead to Gadjevich. Gadjo has the puck taken away from him. Out. But it's out, but he at least gets the dump in. The Red Wings have 27 shots on goal on the Habs.
Wow.
Red Wings are not going to go gently into that good night. Colin says, come on, Marchand, score more goals than Okposo.
Oh, that is awfully close to interference, but we didn't get called.
Habs only have 5 shots on goal. Panthers lead shots on goal 20-8.
I was going to say 20-8, but the score is 1-1. And guess what? I don't like the way they're looking. Oh, but it's the second period. What do we expect?
Toronto has blocked a ton of shots, and they're even blocking their own.
Not advisable, but sometimes it happens.
They blocked 10 Panthers
What the hell did we do that for?
We iced the puck.
On the Toronto bench. On the national calendar for the NHL. Again, coming up next, the second half of our doubleheader. This just as good a game out west, the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. The TNT Max.
You're streaming that game, right, Kyle?
They take on the Flyers, the Blues, and the Oilers. And then the Penguins.
Tony says, "What is happening with the Oilers? What is happening with the Oilers? What's the current Oilers status?" Okay, we get the clear.
McMahon with a step, Tavares to the net. McMahon got his one-handed behind the net, hit by Nathan. And Benoit. Couldn't reach for that one.
No.
And we ice the puck again.
Tried to hustle down ice and negate it.
Skevich makes it good pin, and that probably could have been called, could have been waved off, but if there's any question.
12:10 to go in the second.
Good wheels by Sam Skevich, though.
Oilers lost to the Ducks yesterday.
Yeah, they
In their lineup all this year, a 30-point
they're
player.
trying to lull the Kings into a false sense of security.
You know, he's been playing with Evan Rodriguez. They've been good, and I mentioned it earlier, when you try to make a deep run, you think back to any number of these teams, they have that weight, that grittiness, and the third line, fourth line that can carry some really big minutes in those important games. These guys will be able to do that.
We win the face-off.
4-1 in their last 5, 4-8-1 in their last 13. None of that seems to rattle the confidence of Paul Maurice. Doman. Pass blocked by Schmidt, right back to Doman. Tried to go skate to stick.
Oilers are without McDavid and Draisaitl on the California trip.
I guess they're resting, or are they hurt? Or are they like just resting hurt?
Tony says your friend Gudis might get suspended for hitting Corey Perry in the head with his shoulder.
Yikes.
Marchand just couldn't reach that. Luosterainen held that in.
Yep. Oh.
Marchand with the puck. Balinskis over to Lundell. Back to Marchand. And we end up clearing it ourselves. 11 minutes to go in the second.
Even among the forward group, this has to be right now about as left-handed a team as ever seen in NHL.
All right, so now we get another clear. Go, Jones, go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man, deflected.
Good deflection.
Henderson says any sort of violence against Corey Perry should be openly celebrated, not suspended.
The shot block from the last shift. He's back out there with Marner and Matthews, the top line back on the ice for Toronto.
And interesting, we're talking about his confidence too. He comes on the ice there and
No sick. Shot goes high.
Just start calling him like Pozo.
Which one?
No sick. And Marchand. It's just we're just calling all the guys that aren't scoring. We'll just call them all like Pozo.
Denied by Forsling at first. Supported now by Schmidt. Checked in the corner by Matthews. Take it away. Knives.
I don't like this. Get the clear. Yay. Is it on goal?
It's on goal.
Yay. Bob needed the puck.
Okay, they say it was deflected.
Don't do a Tristan Jarry, Bob. Don't yeet the puck to the opposition.
Oh, Jesus.
Florida penalty, number 72. 2-minute minor, play game.
That's the second time he's done that. He did this a few weeks ago. Bubba.
Why?
Damn it. He's got to stop doing that.
Maybe he saw Reinhardt was back on the ices, hoping he'll score shorthanded.
You're sick. On vacation. Now your wife is faced with going out there with them alone. But mom's having none of that. She got you a virtual visit with Amazon One Medical. And soon, beds will get delivered right to the hotel. Because no one gets out of joyful family fun. No one. The future.
Metallic says that cannot happen in the playoffs.
No, it cannot. I don't remember him doing it ever before. That's twice this year. I mean, it's just lousy luck.
Tool after tool, bringing you the most reliable network of authorized sales and service dealers.
Moo.
Always move forward. You lead, others follow.
We need the playoffs to start.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Tied at 1 here in the second, and the Leafs about to go on the power play. Paul, what's your team got to do to make sure they have a successful kill?
Well, we got some pretty good hands on that other unit, so as much pressure as we could possibly put on them within a certain structure. Face-offs are real important. We're a good face-off team, so we've been a pretty good kill team all year. We've got a couple of new guys killing on the back end, so we just want to go as hard as we can.
Appreciate it, Coach.
All right,
They
so
start off with a keep by Austin Matthews, an intercept by Jones.
we get the clear. Good. Marner over to Matthews. Matthews has the puck stolen from him, and we get another clear.
He's such a good defensive forward, but still can be maybe possibly taken advantage of if he's forced into a one-on-one or an off-man rush situation.
Matthews.
Ah!
Tavares.
Oh, Bubba.
What a save by Bob. It's like, oh, hell no, you're not doing that
I'm
again.
so sick of Tavares already.
Bob made a good save there. We'll need that in the postseason.
I mean, if we can't stop Tavares, how in the hell are we supposed to stop Kucherov?
For Toronto, 8-1-1 over this last stretch of 10 games. During that 10-game stretch, 9 for 21 on the power play.
Glenn says Marchand and Verhage got slower. We get the clear. Yay!
They almost broke the tie there.
Good work there by Magna. Overpower there, use his strength to get the puck the length of the ice. And you know, we talked a lot about the
Matthews has the puck stripped from him, but now Nylander collects it. Now Forsling with the puck. Magna gets the clear. Oh, it's a steal by Marchand, and he has. Oh man, Lundell had a beautiful chance set up by Marchand, shorthanded. Bro. That was a good save by Woll.
Yeah.
Just a bad giveaway by Nylander. Marchand passed to Lundell, and maybe Lundell should have played for the rebounds. Marchand was right in front of Woll.
Right.
Now Riley with the puck. Collins says Marchand's not beating the Okposo allegations.
Oh, here
it's a
we
steal.
go.
Go. Verhage still can't score.
Man, that was
No, it's
not
Marchand.
Verhage, it was Marchand.
It was Marchand. Oh. Marchand.
Damn it.
Marchand had a chance to score shorthanded against the Leafs. Ugh.
Damn it.
So the Panthers nearly score shorthanded, and they survive the power play for Toronto.
That was Nylander again not being able to handle a pass.
He went 5-hole. Man, you had so much time to do anything else you wanted with the puck.
Yeah, go glove side. Do something.
Damn it.
Marchand.
You make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda you've ever dreamed of. All new Passport Trail Sport. Built for limitless determination.
Brad Marchand has more shorthanded goals than any other active NHL player. Can't score his first as a Panther.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power.
Winterfell says in Bob's defense, he had surgery and came back to a completely different team. He has only played with a few of these guys.
Milwaukee and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery,
Who?
for
What?
pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor
Winterfell says in Brad Marchand's
Oh,
defense.
because you said in Bob's defense. That's why I got confused. Yeah.
You'll be back. Emu can't help people customize and save at Liberty Mutual.
Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I think it's impossible.
Impossible to gas rat state?
It's impossible.
Whoops.
I think it was possible. He did it. The great chase for victory over cancer has already raised over $100,000 in counting. And let's congratulate Obi on this historic milestone by continuing to support his incredible legacy of giving back to the pediatric cancer community. You can help by donating at v.org/greatchase.
All right.
And now that he has the record, that doesn't mean his donations will stop. He's going to keep on donating for all the goals that he scores.
Let's see. Magno with the puck.
All of us in our fight to find a cure to pediatric cancer.
Yeah, Obi's not done. I mean, not even. He's 39 years old, scoring 41 goals. I mean, it's
For Hagee,
it's unbelievable.
we would be offsides
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
touched that.
Today for the NHL and for our sport on Sunday. And he's going to keep going. He wants to make it tougher for the next guy.
And now Schmidt with the puck.
It checked by Knives. Ekman Larson at the left point. His shot blocked.
Ekman Larson shot blocked. Puck rolls back into the neutral zone.
Matthews accelerates. Moves away from Schmidt. Back up to the point 10.
Out.
Keep it outside. Now all over 10. Protecting the puck.
So
Larson back up.
OEL with the puck. Now he passes to his teammate.
We won't let him out of the zone. Oh, almost.
Samoskevich.
And Polviarvi just won't let him out.
That was Samoskevich.
No, but Polviarvi was out there. There was two of them.
I see.
They was working in tandem.
Marchand down the right wing. Marchand, you better score now to make up for missing on that shorthanded.
Hoping for Nylander. Denied by Lundell at the half wall, taken by Bobby McMahon. Leans in on the back gate.
Ah!
JC says Puljujärvi is really good defensively. I like the kid.
Yeah.
2 goals in 17 seconds for New Jersey, who is now only losing by 1 to Boston. Sounds like the Devils realized they could clinch a playoff spot even if the game goes to overtime.
Feeds it to Domi off the bench. It's across the Benoit. Skates the stick. Back to Domi. Shoots. Save made. Bobrovsky behind the net. Benoit. Taking a hit from Greer. A giveaway.
Jack Crick says, is Seth Jones living up to the hype?
I'm satisfied with him. Let's put it this way. By about 10%, I think he makes fewer mistakes than Ekblad.
3-on-2. Go. Gadjo shoots. Of course it went wide.
I think he's got a little bit more offensive upside, or offense right now anyway.
Janias says,
not by a lot.
Nice.
It's kind of like we re-signed Ekblad, and Ekblad got a little older and healthier.
Janias says, hey, you two looking like both of our teams are struggling to the finish, huh? Who knows? We might still see each other in the finals once all our big guys get back into the lineup.
Yep.
AK playoffs.
Yeah, nothing matters till then at this point. It's all just smoke and mirrors now. Oh,
Schmidt.
Dang it, you had a lane to shoot. Reinhardt should still be resting. Hey, don't be hitting Barkov now. Leave him alone.
Barkov with the puck. He takes a shot. The puck is right there. And they blew the whistle. Jack Crick says, what are your thoughts on Marchand?
He's good. You know, he hasn't been able to play with the same group of guys much. But he definitely adds some juice that the team needed.
Even when Verhaeghe's just trying to shove the puck in the net, he shoved it directly into
the goalie. Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
Marchand is a -2 right now, with 1 assist in his first 6
so I mean, without
games.
getting any goals and points, right?
Yeah.
For just $25 a month. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage plus unlimited hotspot included. That's a top-tier network at a budget-friendly cost. But you already knew it, didn't you? Visit Live in the Know.
All right, so what do we think?
What does a good investment opportunity look like?
I think nobody's falling for our trick.
Tony says Vancouver has 83 points with 5 games left, and Minnesota has 91 points with 4 games. Vancouver has to win all of those games to finish with 93 points, and if Minnesota went 1-3, who owns the tiebreaker? Let's see. Vancouver. Well, the Wild have 6 more regulation wins than the Canucks. So if the Wild, they could have as many as 34 regulation wins in that hypothetical scenario.
Oh, no.
So in order for the Canucks, it's not possible. The Canucks don't have enough games to get the regulation wins they need for tiebreaker. So if the Wild gets so much as 2 points, it's over for the Canucks. Flames are just 4 points behind the Wild with a game in hands. The Flames could still sneak in.
Oh, no. Ah! Oh, I
That
thought
was-
that went in.
No, they were trying for the deflection.
Yeah. Bubba
Bob
with
makes a
another
save.
save.
Yeah, Buffalo is still in it right now. Somehow. Forsling has 7 shots on goal.
Yeah, he's alive tonight.
Rodriguez gets destroyed. Jack Crick says, who's the worst and the best goalie in Panthers history?
Oh, the best is a tough one between Luongo and Bobrovsky. Worst. That's a tough call. We did have Jonas Johansson for a little bit.
Cody says, worst is Alex All. Reinhardt's pass deflected. Where are you sending that puck? Did you just want to go on a change? For Hagee to Barkov. Barkov shoots. It goes high, and we can't hold it in. Was Nate Schmidt good when he was younger? Asks Glenn.
He had a little bit more movement to him. No, he wasn't.
Reinhardt shoots save made by Wool.
It wasn't like he was a Norris Trophy guy, but he was pretty good.
For Hagee, once again, cannot score.
Come on, get another one.
Not
get one
even
more
when
shot.
Reinhardt and Barkov are also in the lineup.
Nope, that's it. Wait. Take
Barkov
the shot. Ah, jeez, Barkov.
Oh, Wool did
Damn
have
it.
to make a save.
Dang it. All right.
Ghost Slayer says, I gave it to Beezer because he had to protect the big nets.
Yeah.
When nets used to be bigger.
Beezer was like my size.
Oh, I see. So it is now tied at 1. Spaceman Sports says the Heat game was crowded. So the Sabres have a 2-0 lead over the Hurricanes. The Red Wings still have a 1-0 lead over the Habs. The Bruins surrendered 2 goals in 17 seconds and now just have a 3-2 lead over the Devils. The Blue Jackets have a 2-1 lead over the Sens. The Stars have an early 1-0 lead over the Canucks. Not good for the Canucks. Penguins have a 2-0 lead over Blackhawks. The Preds have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. No, that would spell disaster for the Islanders, right? Yes, we still have the Chucky bells. They've just been collecting dust since there is no Chucky to ring a bell for.
They asked me on the stream, on the noon stream, they asked me what would I do? What would we do if Verhaeghe scores? I said if Verhaeghe scores, we'll ring the Chucky bell for him.
What are you? That's a bad idea. You'd transfer Verhaeghe's jinx to Kachuk when he comes back.
No. Well, then you come up with a better idea.
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years.
Roger says hello from Wallace, Nova Scotia. Hello, buddy. How you doing?
Generation after generation, tool after tool, bringing you the most reliable network of all
Dun, 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 dun.
sales and service dealers. Always forward. You lead, others follow.
Imagine if there was an ESPN sportsbook. You know they'd crush it. We're talking stats, same-game parlays, live betting, streaming, odds boost, exclusive offers. That's literally the ESPN Bet app. All the action all in one place. This place.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
18. In 4 playoff spots.
Stakes are high.
As soon as there's something on the line, that's when the best basketball comes out.
Who will win to get in the NBA play-in tournament on ESPN?
Boom, baby. All the tires you need for prices you love.
Yeah, I bet it is snowing in Nova Scotia. The low is going to be 31 degrees tonight. 31 Fahrenheit. We live in Maryland. Florida man, Forsling made it 1-0 for the Panthers in the first, and then of course John Tavares tied it up for the Leafs in the second.
Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. When was the last time you had a real meal with hearty steak and big shrimp cooked over a roaring fire?
Kenneth says we got 4 inches of snow this morning.
Have you eaten yet?
Welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
Oh, hi there. Didn't see you coming in. With Kevin Weeks, I'm Steve Lever. We're 1-1, Toronto and Florida on our way to the third period. This is the Discover.
It snowed a bit in Detroit in the Tigers Yankees game yesterday. That's pretty interesting. Usually snow is not something you associate with baseball. Oh, the Habs scored.
What I love about this play for you young players, girls and boys, he's not the fastest. He knows that he doesn't have McDavid-like acceleration.
Jake says, did you see PK Subban arguing with Stephen A. and Sharp? Nope, I did not.
Slings that shot short side through the screen past Bobrovsky. Very intelligent offensive read there.
And as the games get more important, look at this. Since March the 1st, the most goals in the entire NHL. There's Tage.
Tage Thompson has the most goals in the NHL since March 1st with 16. Blue Jackets beating Sens 3-1.
Yeah, they forecheck it really as good as any team in the league, and they come as a 5-man unit, and they execute their their roles, and they're really together. So that's why they've had so much success. So we know that we just got to execute a little better with the puck when you're under pressure and being able to manage that. So, but when they do recover pucks, I like the way we're defending from the inside out. So, just got to continue to stay with it. Obviously, able to tie it up and even here going.
Yeah, we're all glad to hear some good news on the health of Tkachuk, although Jaws is highly skeptical because Tkachuk has not been practicing yet.
How would you describe it?
I feel every year you go out there and you got to go out there and prove yourself, and motivation has always been the same. I think the joy and passion for the game only continues to grow, and just love to go out there and compete and continue to work on my game year in and year out. And over the last 2 years, I continue to feel good about my evolution of things that I'm working on and continuing to make my strengths my strengths.
Minnesota has 91 points and plays the Sharks tomorrow. Oilers have 93 points and play Blues tomorrow. Calgary is 87 points.
So impressive, yeah.
Well, I'm sure the Flames are in must-win situations now. Kenneth asks, is Brady Tkachuk coming back or for the Sens? Or are they sitting him until the playoffs? I have no idea on that one. The Stars are already beating the Canucks 2-0.
Stowe's a career backup, right? Like,
Yeah.
he flipped the switch, right?
He did. To his credit. Learned a lot from Bobrovsky. Absolutely.
Really impressive.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, who would Anthony Stolarz, if he's starting that first game of the playoffs, who would you like to start?
Islanders and Preds are now tied at 2, which I'm sure that must be a must-win game for the Islanders.
This second intermission report is presented by Discover, the official credit card of the NHL.
Ooh, I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants.
And these are my 14.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Domino's new Parmesan stuffed crust pizza tastes like never before.
This David Smith joking about Tom Brady and the NHL.
So get any medium two-topping Parmesan stuffed crust pizza for $10.99 when you mix and match.
Your brain clearing rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy, but Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this. See? On time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference. It's a no-brainer.
Hello, Bolts Kucherov fan. How you doing? Sabres trying their hardest to get eliminated on the last day of the regular season.
The broccoli was fantastic.
That broccoli, I think some of them were 6-7 pounds.
This is Podium Series, a collaboration between Armorall and Oracle Record System. Precision engineered products that bring out the best in every car.
The Armorall Podium Series, engineered for exceptional results.
All right, try these. Let's say Glenn is a customer.
I'm a customer of this scenario.
What do we do?
Bolts Kucherov says, I am good, really happy yesterday in the result. The Bruins now have a 4-2 lead over the Devils at the end of the second.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, okay, smooth.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenies make health a treat. Also, try Greenie's dog food and toppers. The DQ freezer is opening again for our 85th birthday to bring back our most wished for blizzard flavor. It's the Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ freezer closes.
Make this spring the season of you with a bedroom refresh from Ashley. Transform your bedroom into a serene retreat starting at $499.99 and get 0% interest for 60 months when you buy in store. Create the retreat you've been dreaming of only at Ashley. Shop in store and online.
Still dreaming of Japan?
My budget's more instant ramen than sashimi.
Try Priceline. They've got millions of hotel deals on the menu.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge is back. And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends and see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2025-26 NHL event. Sign up today for a chance to win exclusive prizes at NHL.com/bracket.
Welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
I do love when the tough guys score. Matthew Olivier got a contract extension.
Yes.
Hey, a Mercs fan. I'm doing good.
He's played so well for the former tough guy teammate of mine, to your point.
Yeah, the Habs and Red Wings are tied at 1. I think if the Habs win this game, it's going to be a end for all the other hopefuls in that playoff race. Shots 37-12. Bolts Kucherov fans says we beat the Rangers yesterday 5-1 at Rangers home. Thank you.
But if they did, you see the first round matchups, and as of this second, it is Tampa, Florida. I I think we'd love to see that. That'd be great television, great theater. How do you think Florida is sitting with that matchup right now? Do they want to see Tampa Bay?
Listen, if I'm the Florida Panthers, we've won. We've been to 2 cups. We just are the defenders.
Yeah, we all wish the Panthers had a third jersey with the leaping cat. Got to be specific.
See if they can get through. I like my chances against Toronto, not to discredit their team. They are really improving, especially with Chief behind the bench. But if I'm Florida, I would take Toronto as opposed to Tampa.
So that means dipping down potentially. Again, Florida's 3-6-1. They've been banged up their last 10. If they fall down in that spot, and Ottawa is losing, as we just showed you, to Columbus. So that's one of the races to still watch for the rest of the way. How about for Toronto? Who do they want to see, you think? What's in their best interest?
Tampa.
Yeah.
But Tampa's been unreal this year, John Cooper and the staff. But I like Tampa because they're not necessarily as physical as Florida. If I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs. And oh, by the way, 3-0-0 against them all season long.
Yeah.
That's kind of juicy.
I always wonder about those regular season numbers. Do they translate over into the playoffs too, you know?
For a team like Toronto that's been knocking on the door, you need to have success against these elite Stanley Cup winning teams. The fact that they've 3-0 against Tampa is impressive.
Okay, there you go. Listen, you're going to win the cup. You got to beat everybody.
That's right. That's true. There's some of your cousins in the stands, Lee. Look at them high-fiving. They're feeling nice.
A lot of Maple Leaf fans down in South Florida on holiday. Let's go. Second intermission report. Third period on.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed. Like booking the right rental.
Mason says, "Go Habs." Colin says, "I wish the NHL let teams do a throwback jersey." Well, I mean, certain teams, though, the Jets have a special jersey to commemorate like the RCAF's anniversary. The Wilds essentially made their reverse retro 2.0 into a third jersey. And the Canucks go to their black and yellow jerseys on occasions, and to their previous Canucks logo as well.
Yeah, soft pretzel crust with cheddar cheese sauce is back.
It's back. It's back. Try delicious pretzel crust at Little Caesars for only $6.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Ready for whatever lies ahead.
I'll be right back, folks. I just need to use the restroom.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Combo meal change the game at DK.
With so many options, I play my way.
As you might say, no compromise.
Winning big time because it's free to swap prize.
Have it your way.
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years, putting the most advanced technology into people's hands. Generation after generation, tool after tool.
Derek says the Flyers need a new alternate. You'd say go back to their orange, white, and black jersey of the late 90s and early 2000s.
You just made sports history and broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time goals record. Where's the first place you're going tomorrow morning? Good Morning America. Alex Ovechkin, the new hockey king. Tomorrow, first on Good Morning America.
Derek says Flyers 2012 Winter Classics are their best alternates. Yeah, I would agree with Bolt's Kucherov and sleeping on the Lightning is dangerous in the playoffs. Dietrich says Howdy just got back from Epic Universe. Oh man, that's cool. That park looks pretty awesome. I want to visit the area themes to the classic monster movies. The period starting, Dad. Would we like to see for the Panthers Winter Classic? As long as it has the leaping cats. It's hard to screw up the leaping cats.
Yeah, I agree.
A Merck's fan says, "Go Cats, go!" Verhaeghe still cannot score. Forsling saved by Wall.
Dang it. You know, it's something where we got more confidence in Forsling to score than Verhaeghe.
Yeah. Jackson says, "Come on, boys, 20 minutes."
He's trying to learn so many different things, trying to get that monkey off his back, get the first goal. One thing Paul Maurice said, he's trying to manage.
Forsling with the puck. Schmitz dumps the puck. Oh, it was right in face.
Hey, no, it's all right.
Mr. Ryden.
Mr. Ryden actually did a goal.
Wow.
Hey, I didn't expect that.
That was a horrendously unlucky bounce for
the Leafs.
For the Leafs. Luosterainen scores.
Finally. It's been forever.
Okay, so yeah, he's right there, and it just rolls. It just goes in. It went past Wall's leg and just went in. We have an E2 goal. That's his 9th goal of the year. His first goal in 19 games.
Yep.
Congratulations on breaking that drought, Luosterainen.
Let's see if Verhaeghe can get one.
How the hell does Forsling have more goals than Luosterainen? Magna, I think, broke his stick.
Yeah, flying.
Samoskevich. Yeah, it literally broke as he made the dump in. Bolt's Kucherov fan says, "In this game, I want Panthers to win." Yes, Kay, that is correct. E2 scored.
I guess that's the other way. If we finish in second or third, if we finish in third, but Tampa wins the division,
well,
right? That's another way to pick up Toronto in the first round.
The Leafs needed a regulation win tonight to clinch home ice advantage in the first round.
But the Leafs in Tampa play tomorrow.
Yes, that is true.
If we beat Toronto in regulation tonight, and then Tampa beats them tomorrow night, that changes a lot of possibilities. What's that?
John, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated, bud.
Says Luosterainen scored. Pinch me.
All right.
Andrew says, Bolts fan here. I would like Panthers to win in regulation. Derek asks, was it controversial for Panthers fans when they made the Navy their primary back in the 2000s?
Yeah, and for Hagee,
nope.
God,
He still can't
dang it.
score. Literally,
it was controversial in the sense that fans either loved it or hated it.
So it was polarizing.
Yeah. Yeah, people either loved it or hated it.
Henderson says, to be honest, I only want the Panthers to lose when we play them. I reserve my hatred for Carolina.
Yeah, and that's one thing all season long, Craig Berube has been building towards that. How does he make this team a contender when
We win the face-off. Schmidt sends the puck around. For Hagee does get the clear. So Glenn calls the Panthers the sleeping giants.
Yeah, I mean, look, if everybody gets healthy.
Kenneth says, if you parlayed Swaggy not scoring in this many games,
oh my God,
how much would you have?
Right? Seriously.
Jackson says, it's not like Swaggy hasn't had chances. He's had plenty.
Yep.
They're just not going in. Hey, John, thank you for the 5.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated, John.
Thank you, John. Luosterainen and Verhaeghe score in the same calendar month. Please, my heart can't take that.
They're all saving it for the playoffs. The whole team is saving it for the playoffs.
Let's see. Bob gloves the puck with 14:58 to go.
Whoa, what the hell is Samoskevich doing there?
Fight. Swaggy must have a lot in savings.
Both these teams looking for that sandpaper, especially when we talked about it earlier for Toronto, the way that Craig Berube played as a player and what he's trying to instill in his group here. And you've got Scott Botman, a recent addition, get in there, try to ruffle some feathers and drag the team into this fight from a physical perspective.
So division titles by original 6 since 1967-60. Toronto 2. And the last one was in a 56 game season in the COVID year. Yeah, E2D2 got a goal before Sturm and Marchand.
Yeah.
All right. And Seth Jones is going to get called for tripping. Asta Kuchatovoy.
Exactly. All right, maybe Marchand will get his shorty now. But that's a hell of a shirt she's got on.
Florida penalty number 3. 2-minute minor tripping.
Seth Jones logs a ton of minutes for whatever team he plays.
Henderson says Austin Matthews is playing hurt this year. Tavares and Nyes are the guys to watch right now.
There hasn't really been a cycle team up until this year. That's where they draw this penalty, and now they get this top line was out there, so they're a little bit tired.
Toronto wins the face-off. Shots deflected, and we get the clear. Marner with the puck. Matthews now has the puck. Passes to Nylander, who gets the puck taken away from him, but no one can reach the puck.
Oh,
that nearly
boy,
deflects in for the Leafs. Reinhardt, now we get the clear. Marner passes backwards to Matthews. Matthews leaves it for Nylander. Nylander sends it around. Matthews over to Tavares. He whiffs on his shot. Can someone get the clear? Thank you.
Yes.
Forsling chooses to dump it instead of pass to Marchand. Hey, Frank, thank you for the 10.
Hey, thank you, Frank. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
All right.
Says,
you got?
If Verhaeghe had an empty net to shoot the puck, the stick would break.
Yes.
He would lose a skate. The puck would fly away. He would then shrink to microscopic size.
Poor Verhaeghe, man.
Robertson over to Riley. Ekman Larson. Riley. Shot missed. McMahon now.
24 seconds left.
Ekman Larson.
Oh,
Riley.
Oh boy,
No,
he just like wasted all that time and didn't shoot.
He lets Nosek get to him.
That's pretty bad.
We kill the penalty, but the
Right.
Leafs still have control of the puck in our zone.
Fumbled it.
No one's giving Verhaeghe sugar water. That's the problem.
That's the problem. All right.
Mikkola finally gets the clear. I don't know if we'll have time for a full change.
Bubble
Bob
take care of
gloves it with 12:08.
Okay.
Jory says, is it weird to be a Heat, Dolphins, and Panthers fan, but a Red Sox fan? Can't say it is. I don't blame you for not rooting for the Marlins.
I guess hockey's not really his thing.
What sorcery is this? We still have the lead?
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Should probably start saving for college. Ah, good job.
Let's see. How are the other games going now?
It's time to begin the hunt.
The Sabres are beating the Hurricanes 3-0 now.
Jeez.
Red Wings and Habs tied at 1. The Bruins now have a 5-2 lead over the Devils. Blue Jackets have made it 4-1 over the Sens. Pittsburgh still has a 2-0 lead over Chicago. The Preds and Islanders game is tied at 2. Stars have a 2-0 lead over Vancouver. If the Vancouver gets no points, if Vancouver gets no points tonight, that pretty much spells the end of their season.
Yeah.
Kate says, we're fine. It's Maurice's favorite game.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to win this game and like solidify third place right up. Senators going to lose, and we'll have 4 points on them. We'll still be 4 points behind the Leafs. Still have a game in hand. And the only way that we're going to win second place is if the Leafs beat Tampa tomorrow, and then we beat Tampa in the last game of the year. Our last game of the year.
Marchand with the puck tries to flip it into himself. Marchand. Luosterainen.
Oh,
man,
wow,
Lundell
was wide open.
Or the puck could not get to. Silva has been a member for 20 months.
Oh, thank you, bud.
Says,
Appreciate that.
Honestly, if there's ever a game to open the goal-scoring floodgates, it'd be this one. A more optimistic me would predict a 7-1 win. There's no save that for the playoffs. For a series clinching game.
Yeah.
Kenneth says Death, Texas, and Kings versus Oilers in the first round.
Yeah.
How many years are these teams going to play each other?
Just as many years as Florida and Tampa, I guess.
Well, we played against them like twice in non-consecutive years.
No, we played against 3 times, just 3. The first year we took them to 6. The second year they swept us. And then we played them last year.
Yeah.
Just not consecutive years.
For Hagee.
Magna was wide open. That poor man. I'd almost feel bad for him if he wasn't a millionaire with a hot wife.
For his last 11 games, Austin Matthews has 15 points. Mitch Marner on a 7-game point scoring streak. He's got 13 points in his last 7 games, but no high danger opportunities in this game so far.
Marner had that one post that led almost that same shift to Barris's goal early on in the second period, and it looked like they were going to maybe tilt the game. They started to control the neutral zone, but
the Pirates keep dealing themselves PR nightmare after PR nightmare. First, it was spotted that the Roberto Clemente number that had been on one of like the stadium walls had been replaced with a beer ads.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that pissed off a lot of people. And now it's been discovered that the basically old memorial bricks that had been removed.
Right.
Bricks that people, purchased and dedicated to memories of their loved ones were now being dumped in a recycling plant.
What?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Ryan Roy says, it seems like we have no grittiness. We're not scrappy anymore. That's just because we don't have Kachuk.
Well, it's a little bit different without Lomberg and Cousins. I think that's made a difference too. Oh.
Forsley now with the puck. Lundell and McMahon going at it. Brad Marchand is a Florida Panther.
Yes, he is.
Oh, so close, Lundell.
Oh, it was a beautiful pass. He just didn't get his stick there.
Oh, so close.
Dang it.
Mr. Fossey says the Marchand, Lundell, and E2 line looks like they are developing chemistry.
Yep, that's the playoff line. Because then you'll have Bennett, Kachuk, and Samoskevich.
No, you'll have Boquist on that second line, and you'll like it.
You just not even nobody's even talking to you. You're
hey,
just for that. I'm gonna make you stream all the Oilers and Kings games late at night by yourself.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just making a prediction based on what Maurice likes to do.
It's going to be Barkov, Reinhardt, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Kachuk, Samoskevich, Mundell, Luosterainen, Marchand, and Stern, Nosek, and Greer. Wait a minute. That don't even have Rodriguez. Never mind. Where's Rodriguez going to go? I guess on the fourth line. So it'll be Sturm, Rodriguez, and Greer.
Daniel Charles.
You got a lot of depth.
Daniel Charles Wilson says it's hard for me to admit that any jerks like Marchand are at all skilled. Joe Kerr says Marchand is our jerk now.
Yeah.
So the Rangers have to play the Hurricanes and the Capitals play the Blue Jackets. So at 5-on-5 with Barkov on the ice, Panthers 14 shot attempts to Maple Leafs 4. 5 shots on goal to the Leafs 1. It's almost like Barkov is a franchise caliber player.
Almost.
Anthony says, Jaws, I understand we were able to win a cup, but does it scare you that eventually the Panthers might sort of become the Dolphins where we give up way too many draft picks? We won't be able to replenish the team if we lose players.
No, because Greer, Verhaeghe missed the net.
Go ahead.
Not Greer. I trust Zito as a GM way more than Greer. You know, and in hockey, it's just a lot easier to remake your roster just simply because you got less people. I mean, we're at some point going to have, some downtime, but
holy shit, Boston is winning 7-2.
Jeez.
I think the Devils might be cooked.
Yeah.
Yes, they're making it to the playoffs, but they're cooked.
Well, do they have any motivation? Can they improve their spot at all, really?
Not really.
Right.
Samoskevich was so close to that. If the Panthers win another cup, does that make Zito a Hall of Famer?
It's a good question.
Jacob says if the Devils didn't have Markstrom, they don't make the playoffs. Also, Jesper Bratt carries that team.
Yeah. They've had injuries 2 years in a row now.
Kenneth says, easier in hockey to remake your roster. Talk to the Sabres.
If you've got good management.
Joe Kerr says, the Sabres are just a farm team, though.
Yeah.
Nosek with the steal. Oh. Gadjo. Centering pass, but it went past Gadjo. Gadjo is doing pretty good on this shift. No, excuse me. That there was Nosek.
Yeah.
Mikkola falls down. Marchand with a nice move. Marchand shoots, saved by Walt.
With Marchand on that line, it forces Luosterainen to skate.
Let's see. Jones unable to hang on to the
shit!
Bob!
Oh, no, another one! Oh, a block shot. Was that Megna? Yeah. Seriously. How did we ever think Bornfoot was better than Megna? I mean, I know Bornfoot were trying to develop him because he's a young guy. But this guy, Megna's good.
Let's see. For Hagee,
He's
able to
old,
get the
but
key.
he's good.
Under 5 minutes to go in this third period.
Hey!
Oh, what a steal by Reinhardt. Barkov tried to pass it back.
Oh, shit!
Is he okay? Nerfel says...
Jesus, I didn't like the looks of that.
Nerfel says petition for Magna to be 60 for game 1 of the playoffs instead of Balinskis.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree with you there.
And somehow we are delayed compared to the chat.
We're supposed to be backing out in the intermissions, Kyle.
This one will reach the goal line for icing.
Are they not going to commercial? Should I back out and re-enter?
Just want to make sure Barkov's okay.
Watch in-game highlights, stories, and post-game recaps only with the NHL app.
3:50 to go. Barkov looks okay.
Strafossi says, I like Magna. So we are at 3:50 to go. I wonder how far behind we are. Rodriguez thought that was touched with a high stick, and now, yes, they blow the whistle.
Okay, they're going to commercial, so
3:38.
go back in. At least let's see if it makes a difference on this. I don't know why we would get behind, but
okay.
All right, well, that's all we could do at this point.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1.
Dennis says, Bob, shut the door. So we are on commercials. We don't know at what point in the commercials we are at. Jacob says, well, I suppose Magna was the veteran defenseman Jaws was asking for.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cassandra says, Red Wings are losing. Looks like they won't be in the playoffs. Oh, no. Yep, they are losing 2-1 with less than 9 minutes to go in the third. Blue Jackets now beating the Sens 5-1. The Islanders and Preds game is tied at 3. Stars have a 3-0 lead over Canucks. Utah has the early 1-0 lead over Seattle. But if the Habs win, that basically all but guarantees them a playoff spot.
We got 3:30 left.
3:38 left. Jackson says, keep it up, boys. Play until that clock hits 0. Seth Jones trying to get the puck.
Okay.
Nice gives away the puck. Reinhardt will dump in. And Wool chooses to play it. Verhaeghe has it behind the net, and he tried the wraparounds. And of course it didn't work. Barkov with the puck. He tried to deflect off of Seth Jones. Marchand. Oh, good save by Wool. Damn. Less than 3 minutes to go. Puck out of play. 2:48 to go.
Well, good for Brad Marchand staying with the process here. He grabbed it and
Damn.
really good shot that Joseph lost to fight off a little bit. Good glove save.
Dennis says Verhaeghe to the checkers. Oh, man.
I have a sneaking suspicion Verhaeghe would not clear waivers.
Power play and penalty kill, but he wants to put one in.
2:48 to go in the third.
Forsling over to Magna. Magna dumps in. OEL is closest to the puck, so he passes the puck along. Magna now has to defend, and he does so beautifully. Oh boy. Bob gloves the puck with 2:24 to go. Marchand wants to score against this team so bad. Jake says, I saw an article on Reddit saying the Panthers should be investigated for match fixing.
For match fixing?
That's one of the more sane things to come out of Reddit, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Toronto has emptied the nets.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Verhaeghe empty netter.
He's
right there. Let the poor man score. I thought that was going to be icing.
Too, but we iced it.
2 minutes to go, exactly. Jackson says the Leafs should be studied for the art of choking in the playoffs. Jacob says, I know we're going to have to play Tampa, but man, I can't stand Kucherov, Cernak, Point, and John Cooper's press conferences.
It's looking like that's what we're going to end up with.
Magna with the puck.
Unless Tampa can win the division.
We ice it again with 1:52 to go. Jake says, apparently we are purposely losing to face Toronto in the first.
Yeah, except for right now, we're not. And Ottawa's losing anyway.
Yeah, they're getting destroyed by a desperate Columbus team. Of course, now Columbus chooses to win. The Leafs kept that onside. Matthews over to Marner, back to Matthews. Matthews looking. Marner with the shot blocked. Reinhardt.
Oh shit!
Verhaeghe literally
falls down
when he
would have had the empty net.
Verhaeghe,
did he actually do it?
No, it was blocked by Marner.
He falls down.
And then he has his shot blocked by Marner. Last minute of play. Loose. Puck is loose. Barkov. Marchand.
Save.
Marchand still does not have his first.
Hey, there we go. Who got it?
Is it Verhaeghe?
Was it Verhaeghe?
Hey,
Verhaeghe got a goal.
Verhaeghe finally got a goal. Swaggy.
Of all the things.
Congratulations.
It finally happened for him.
Yay. And that was an excellent save by Marner against Marchand.
Yeah, it was.
But the only thing sweeter than a Marchand goal is Verhaeghe goal to finally give him a smidgen of confidence. It's a miracle.
Jeez.
Kate says, oh my God, I take it all back. Look at him. He's practically in tears on the bench. Trey says, I should have picked up Matt Olivier. I'm getting shit pumped today. Yeah. Yay. So yeah, Panthers take the 3-1 lead and now there's only 30 seconds to go. Would Marchand be credited with an assist there?
I think so.
Greer with a good shot.
Yeah.
Yes, that counts as a Verhaeghe goal. Let him have it. And finally, 2 points. 2 points. And a huge...
Oh, here we go.
And there's a bit of a scrum. And there's the Rats finally. 2 points.
Oh, boy.
We beat the Maple Leafs to finally put an end to the 5-game losing streak.
Yes.
John, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Says Verhaeghe scored. Jesus, save me.
Jeez, of all the things.
Yes, a game where Jaws wears the red jersey and they win.
I know. I figured we'd lost 5 in a row. What could it hurt?
Yeah. Trey, 2 puntos.
Hey, thank you, Trey. Thank you, bud. Thank you, buddy.
Greer started some shit with Holmberg, and that's why there were guys out there hugging each other. Retromat says, don't ever change that jersey.
No, I'm wearing it now until we lose. I'll wear it now until we lose.
Yeah, and I guess I'll keep wearing this. I didn't change anything, so.
Oh, this jersey, your jersey hasn't been the bad luck.
I see.
We haven't won a game in years when I wore this jersey. But I figured, what could it hurt tonight?
Yeah.
You know?
So the Panthers win 3-1. We scored more than 1 or 2 goals. And Verhaeghe finally scores an empty netter. I'm sure Steve Dangle is going to love that the Leafs were the first team to give up a goal in forever to Verhaeghe. So I think I will go ahead and tune in to the Detroit-Montreal game. There's less than 5 minutes left in that game, and that is a crucial game. I don't think I should miss that. So the Devils got spanked tonight by the Bruins of all teams, 7-2. Where is Red Wings Canadiens? Hey, Betty. Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Betty. Betty says, Cats win. Hell yeah. The prayers have been answered for Swaggy. So there's 4 minutes to go starting now in the Habs Red Wings game. No, ESPN Plus, don't start glitching out on me. I just want to watch 4 minutes of this game. Raymond's has a shot blocked. Dennis says if we can fix our scoring woes before the playoffs start, I'll be more confident. Bob has been playing great even though we've been losing. Well, you know, we still are without Kachuk and several other guys. It is nice. It is wonderful to have Reinhardt and Barkov back. The rest seems to have absolutely helped them. Oh no! The Red Wings came dangerously close to surrendering a goal. I guess the Red Wings are going to have to empty the net soon. So 2:44 to go. I think Montembeau. Who are the starting goalies tonight? Who are the starting goalies tonight for Red Wings Canadians? The Montembeau and Cam Talbot are the starting goalies. Talbot is unfortunately Talbot has an 8.95 save percentage, allowing 2 goals on 19 shots. Montembeau has a 9.72 save percentage, allowing 1 goal on 36 shots. Good Lord. The Islanders and Preds are now tied at 4, and it's not even the end of the second yet. Blue Jackets are still beating the Sens 5-2 right now. The Red Wings desperately hoping that they can get back into this game. I believe if the Canadiens win in any fashion, it's over for the Red Wings. So Cam Talbot has cleared the nets. He is out of the nets. I'm not sure which team called the timeout here. Cade says, we ain't afraid of no bolts. Habs ice the puck. The Sabres beat the Hurricanes 3-0. Momo thinks the Leafs are taking on purpose. Yeah, we might play Toronto. We could play Toronto if Tampa Bay beats Toronto tomorrow in regulation, and then we beat Toronto in our, last game. Hello, Rick. Maryland is cold tonight. Soderblom trying to keep the puck in Detroit possession. Raymond, Soderblom, Larkin, Kane, DeBrincat, and Seider are the guys out on the ice for Detroit right now. Raymond, DeBrincat couldn't handle the puck, and the Canadiens do get the clear. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third period between the Red Wings and Canadiens in what is a must-win game for the Red Wings. Kane rims the puck around. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. So 1:18 to go. Habs iced the puck again. No, ESPN, don't glitch out now. God damn it. Okay. Utah has taken a 2-0 lead against Seattle, but it might be far too little, far too late for Utah. A heavyweight matchup later tonight is Vegas against Colorado. So pretty much like 5 different teams are holding their breath. Red Wings, Rangers, Islanders, Red Wings, Islanders, Rangers, and Blue Jackets. All of them needs Detroit to at least get this game to overtime. And Gallagher just scored the empty nets. A possible Western Conference final preview. With 1:06, Gallagher might have just put the dagger into the heart of several different Eastern Conference teams. The Canadiens now have a 3-1 lead with 1:06 to go. So 1 minute left to go. Unless there's a miracle, it looks like the Canadiens. Oh, the net was still empty, and the Canadiens immediately got a 4th goal. Damn. Michael says, no Steve Dangle stream date. So Nick Suzuki, that definitely destroys any hopes and dreams for the remaining playoff hopefuls in the East. Damn. Well, Columbus won tonight, so I wonder if that's Columbus, I believe, is going to win tonight, so I wonder if they'll still be alive. Yeah, Columbus beat Ottawa 5-2. The Habs scored 2 empty net goals.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Bye-bye, Detroit.
And Columbus. And the Rangers. And the Islanders.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? That eliminates everybody?
No, but it might as well.
Right.
Yeah, we rolling today. Yeah, the Canadiens looking like a scary dark horse. The only team I would be more intimidated by right now, especially if you're a Western Conference team, is the Blues. The Red Wings lose 4-1 to the Canadiens, which means the Red Wings are all but dead. The Canadians are not in yet, so that must mean there must exist some minuscule chance for the remaining teams. The Rangers and Red Wings are tied.
Yeah, but it might be a difference in regulation wins with the tiebreaker. It's the only thing that makes sense.
The Red Wings, they haven't updated for, they were at 85 points. So the Canadians, the Canadians were at 85 points. So tonight puts them at 87 points and a regulation win. And a regulation win ahead. So,
well, they're gonna make it. I mean, it's just a matter of semantics now. They're gonna make it, which is good. They can beat the Caps.
Let's see if they updated it yet. No, not yet. This will make the sixth straight win for.
That's how you make the playoffs. When you're one of those bubble teams, that's all it takes at the end of the season there. So, all right, everybody. Thank you again. Don't forget, I'm putting me and my buddy Paul in the locker room. We started a whole nother channel. It's called Puck Blockers. The link is in a community post on this channel. First podcast was up today. We're going to have guests. We'll have Nick from Twisted Wrister. I know we're going to do some shows with low quality Bruins fan. So, like I said, name of the channel is called Puck Blockers. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Thank you for all the super chats. I will see you all mañana at noon.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
2 points at last.